Do you have any stories from these trips that might be some fun? We've been very serious this whole time.
Yeah,
and it's
well,
awesome.
yeah.
Do you have any fun stories? There's some in particular that I remember hearing, but
Yeah, I mean,
if you don't want to tell those, I understand.
no, you're good. I mean, from Hawaii, there's a couple. The first one falls on Brittany's birthday. It was Friday, late evening, so her birthday was Saturday, February 10th. And
Shout out to Brittany's birthday.
yeah, shout out Brittany's birthday. What's up? What's up? And you're not gonna like this part, Brittany. There was this
Earmuffs.
earmuffs if you can. There was this girl on Tinder that I had like whatever matched with and was messaging, and she had told me to come over to the other side of the island, and I took her up on that offer and had bought an Airbnb thinking that lucky me was going to get lucky, and went over there, drove over there, got to this Airbnb, and it was literally like this vacant locks, that's Jewish, this vacant lot that was just filled with like tents.
Yeah.
And I pulled up, and it was probably like 7 or 8, so it was dark out, and there was just like people scattered about, like running around the place, and I was just like, I had bad vibes. I was already like anxious just because like I had taken this girl up, like I didn't know what was going to happen. And so I immediately like start pounding this 750 of
Great call.
Tito, yeah,
Great
Tito's
call.
to deal with the anxiety, and I start pounding like I've essentially like finished half of this thing because I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? The host comes out, and his name is like Truck Stop Bob or something on Airbnb. And he comes out, and
Oh no.
it's just like, oh, what's going on, partner? How you doing? Like, aloha, mahalo. Isn't this a cherry fucking spot? And I was just like, yeah, it's super cherry, man. Like, real cherry. Like, I didn't know you're going to have just, like, hood rats just, like, running around. And this was, like, a vacant meth den. And he's like, what do you think about a grand tour of the place? And I was like, oh, is that like included in my Airbnb? So nice of me. Like, great. That's nice offer. So I take him up on this offer to tour the place. We start going around, and he takes me up to like his house, which is like a super nice house. It actually is like very nice, but it overlooks the meth den. And he's
yeah,
got
it's that
like
sweet meth den view that
yeah, just
was
a little
advertised.
Pablo Escobar and of meth. And we go up to his house. He's got like this weird family that I don't even know how to describe, but they're like staying in one of the rooms of his house. Back to the point of like super nice house, like 300 coffee plants, has his own farm, like super great views of Kona, like awesome place. And he's touring me around this place, and then all of a sudden like comes up to like where he grows his weed, and he's like, yeah, so this is where like all the magic happens. Like most people do that for the bedroom, but for him it was his kush or whatever you call it. I was like, all right, this is where the magic happens. And there's like a roach laying around, a joint just like left out on the side for those of you who don't know what a roach is. And he's like, do you want to, like, he lights it up, and he's like, do you want to take a hit of this? And I'm, again, like, anxious, like, halfway drunk. Like, sure, I'll take a hit of this. Take a hit of this, like, whatever it is. Like, it was not just weed. It was something else. And it was just, like, out of this world. And
Oh no.
30 minutes later, I learned why they call him, like, Truck Bed Bob. He goes, like, I can't even, like, speak. And he goes, you want to just, like, tour Kona with me? And I was like, I thought we were just fucking touring your house, like, tour Kona. Like, what are you talking about? And he pulls up this cement dump truck that he has, like, parked in the vacant lot, and pulls me, or not pulls me, that would be.
Yeah.
But we go into this truck bed, and he is driving like 60 down these like shanty back roads in Kona, and I am like trashed on what I think is meth, and I'd finished the 750, and he was just like, dude, what do you think about us going to get some pussy, his terms. And at the time, on meth, maybe, and drunk, I was like, what a great idea. What a great idea. So we go to this like local bar. I can't remember I think it's called Uncle Billy's, because everyone's an uncle out there.
Yeah.
You got uncle aunties, which is like all the elder folks. Everyone's always uncle auntie. So we went to Uncle Billy's, and I don't really remember a whole lot after that, but like I just remember like him being there and me like talking to this waitress and like thinking I had a chance. And I'll get to that part later, but I thought I had a chance, and this guy was just like, dude, you got it. And he drives this fucking little cement dump truck back to his place, and I passed out at the table. And
aren't you so glad you got stuck at Uncle Billy's instead of making it back to that insane place?
Instead of Aunt Sally's. But the story gets better because, like, I wake up and I'm like, my car's there, and I'm like, I don't know how to get back to this place. Like, I don't know the address, and there's little service there. And so I look back at my Uber, find the address, somehow hitchhike a ride back, but service runs out, and I don't know like how to tell this. I don't know why service is important, but I don't know how to tell whoever was driving me how to get back to this place, because it was just like shanty back roads. Like, I remember like when I drove over there, like I didn't know, like I had to call him, and he had to meet me at a Shell gas station to drive me down. So I had no service, and this card like drops me off or throws me out on the side of the road by this Shell gas station, because that's the only like pinpoint that I had that was like close to this place. And I get out of the car, I go to the fucking Shell and buy a can of chew. I proceed to throw a dip in and pass out outside of the gas station. And this whole time,
can't imagine why the Hawaiians aren't a fan of.
Yeah, this is weird, right?
He's coming by.
Yeah, this is so weird. And I just remember the whole night this guy was just, his terminology was bitching for everything. Like, isn't this fucking property bitching? Like, isn't this bitching, dude?
Oh, no.
And I'll bring it back here in a second. But, like, I wake up, I have, like, chew, like, everywhere because I had passed out with a dip in on the side of the gas station. Never made it back to the place. I call Truck Bed Bob at, like, 5 in the morning, and he answers. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck happened? Like, get me back to my car. Like, can you come pick me up? Like, I'm at the Shell at the top of the fucking, like, house. Like, please pick me up. And he was like, dude, what the fuck did you do last night? I was like, I don't know what I did. He's like, it sounds like it was bitching. And I was like, it was not.
It was the opposite.
Bitching, Truck Bed Bob. Like, this was fucking terrible. And he comes, picks me up at, like, 5 in the morning. I get back to the Airbnb. My phone was dead. I charged it. I passed out for, like, 2 hours. Woke up to like 30 voicemails because it was Brittany's birthday. My parents had figured out that somehow I was lost because like I was supposed to be back at a certain time, and my buddy had called, or his uncle had called him, or like his aunt, and my parents were like, where the fuck is Greer? And so I had like 30 of his voicemails like, Greer, where are you? To like, what the fuck?
And that's how you find out what you don't want.
Yeah, exactly. That's how you figure out you want to move back to Colorado. And that was pretty much like that in a nutshell. Like, Brittany was just absolutely disgusted by me.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah, shout out to you. But yeah, it was just like, like I felt like a total dickbag the next day. But yeah, that was an elongated, somewhat.
Yeah, it's a heck of a story for sure.
Yeah, it was quite the time.